Hello and welcome to Top Fives, the show of everything. Top Fives, presented by the Sex Effects. I'm Joey Prati.
And I'm Sean Day.
And folks, we have, I think, pretty excellent episode in store for you. Before we get to all the excellence, Jonathan Day, how the hell are you, my friend?
I'm well, man. Doing all right.
That's great.
It's been a good week so far. I got a chance to watch the Suicide Squad movie since it was available on HBO Max for free.
Yes.
Watched that recently.
As did I.
You watched it too.
We'll talk a little about it.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
It inspired my top five tonight.
I was just thinking that too. I was like, oh, I wonder if this is because of this movie.
It's absolutely 1,000% because of it.
Fuck yeah. Yeah, dude. Just chilling. Really, nothing much. Really. Just spent the weekend with my lady. And
very nice. What you guys do?
We went to the Stone Brewery, which was kind of cool.
Do you get stoned at this brewery?
No.
Do you remember that night in fucking what was the little town in England?
Oh, in
the little
Whitby?
Whitby, yes.
Yeah.
And we just for like 3, 4, 5 hours we just kept saying brewery.
We were just laughing.
We were
so
dying.
Hard,
we were so
It's the way the brewery, the R in there rolls off, I guess.
Yes, it was so much fun.
You know what? I was just thinking about Whitby the other day. I was like, if we ever go back to England, we have to go back to Whitby. That's where you'd go? Yeah.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
It's just I like the seaside city kind of feel.
Yeah.
I think that's what
and you got to go out on the pirate ship. I always bring up the fucking the grave at where the old monastery was.
Yeah.
And there's that couple that like are buried together and they were born on the same day, just hours apart. They got married on their birthday. They died on their birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah. They lived for 80 years in like the 1600s. It was like, whoa. I'll never forget that. That was wild to me.
Let's see. What's good? Oh, what's up, Daniel? How's it going, man? Thanks for joining our show, man. Appreciate it.
Hello to you, sir. We've never met, but hello to you.
Daniel is he's an old coworker of mine at the coffee shop, and he's actually been really cool because he actually took some photos for Maddie and I for the Sonic Writers, and
very nice.
Editing them as we speak. So Daniel, thank you so much, man, for doing that, man. And
make them look sexy.
Make them look sexy.
Use like the airbrush that they used to do on like the old Playboys.
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta fix this up a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Other than that, it's been kind of chill week so far, and
nice.
We found out I think it was like last week that our show got canceled for our band.
Yes. So no show at the Monarch, kids.
Yeah. So sorry about that, guys. But we are in the plans to possibly release some music that weekend, if anything. So I think we're gonna have to just pick up album cover, and then that's it. I feel, and then we'll just start uploading the songs.
I have strong opinions about all of it, and I'm very excited.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
We got some good music coming out. I'm pretty excited.
I'm excited.
It's just 2 songs, but you know what? God damn it, it sounds pretty fucking fire.
Yes. And if anyone doesn't know
to that.
who we're referring to, it's Blind Issues, my band with Joey, myself, my younger brother Simon, and our homie our homie Andrew. Which I'm actually really excited because I feel like we don't have any like of our music. We have like our music on CDs, I think, and some digital.
See, we're old guys.
So I'm
the streaming shit that you kids get now is pretty cool.
So I am excited. I'm excited to see that, and I was even thinking like it'd be kind of cool if we either released like our old songs or like put together like a little.
Can you remix them now that you're like at the height of your
I could remix them, yeah. So we'll see where we can go with that. Or we could just make a new album, dude.
An album,
which I'm
an LP.
I'm super down for. But yeah, I'm excited for that, and yeah, it's gonna be a lot of. It's a long time coming, which I'm really excited for. We've had those 2 songs, a song called Circus Witch, which we recorded in November, and then Low Cut Dress, which we recorded in
2012, like the night
2012,
before you
dude.
left for LA. It's our
Yeah.
last Bay Area collaboration.
The cool thing is they were both
Um,
recorded at my family's place, my family's
yeah,
house. So,
Low Cut Dress was upstairs in your brother's old room,
yep.
and then Circus Witch was done right there in the garage where we learned how to play together. So it's pretty
It
cool.
was fitting, definitely
Pretty
fitting.
cool. Yes. Yes.
But
I
yeah,
don't know that we'd ever recorded. I mean, we'd done like little MP3 recordings and stuff, but I don't think we'd ever actually recorded a song in the garage before.
yeah, and I think maybe I hesitated at first because the garage is so
The
we the
acoustics.
acoustics are kind of crazy in there, and it's super loud. Obviously, when you play in there with the garage door closed, but yeah, managed to like record some
Sounds
good
good.
stuff. So I'm really
Yeah.
excited. Really
Me
excited.
too.
Homer's yo gang gang. Is this Homer?
Gang, gang.
Got my coworkers in the house today. So
Yo.
what's up?
Yo, Homers.
This is
What's
top
good?
fives. Joey,
Right
how are you
on.
doing this week, man?
Doing all right, man. The lady and I went to Colorado, which is why
Oh
we did not have an
yeah.
episode this last weekend. We flew into Denver, took the train into Denver proper, 35, 40-minute train ride.
Okay.
Got some beer, some food, and yeah, it was from there. Our friends, Andrew and Melissa picked us up, and we drove 2.5 hours in thundering storm to Breckenridge, up
Man.
in the mountains there. And the whole time we're like hydroplaning, and Andrew, good guy, he's driving. He's like, right now we are hydroplaning. We're not on the ground right now. And his girlfriend's like, shut the fuck up. It was a good time. And yeah, but we were staying in this house for a wedding for Alicia's friend, Christian and Jules. They got married in a beautiful ceremony in Breckenridge, but we were staying in the house with a bunch of people. It was a good time. It was exhausting. I need a vacation from the vacation, but I did drink
Yeah.
a lot of beer. I made it my personal mission to drink almost strictly Coors Light because I thought that was funny. Being in Colorado, I was like, yeah, and everyone who served me too was like looking down their nose at me. I was like, fuck you. I like light beer. All right. I want to be able to drink 10 of these. Well, I can't drink
Yeah.
10 IPAs. Come on. The bartender though at the wedding, the second or third time I went up there, she goes, uh, bourbon and GT. I was like, how'd you remember? And she's like, you're the only person ordering doubles. I was like, right on.
Hey, you got to know the bartender. That's cool.
Got another bartender. Yeah, Lisa and I went to bed like right after the weddings. We went to bed around 1, and the folks at the cabin raged till about 6 a.m.
Dang, dude.
Yeah, it was wild.
That's a wild time.
Yeah, it's pretty zonked, pretty out of it. We went to Vail, Colorado. The next day. It was about a 45-minute car ride, and that was beautiful. It was like almost like a Toronto Carmel vibe,
Cool.
Tahoe-ish. Yes, and then we flew back the next morning, and yeah, got to meet. And then she had a friend in town Sunday, and we got to meet her friend who I've heard so much about. Two of her friends I've heard so much about. It was a good time. And then just now catching up on work and everything because I have more time off coming up because it's my mom's birthday weekend this coming. So I'm pretty excited.
Gotcha.
Finally going to do my relaxing. Finally going to sit by the pool and drink White Claw. Fuck, baby. Fuck. And yeah, it's going to be a good time.
Nice. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, we all deserve like days off or like at least some time off, dude, from all the craziness. So that's good. That's good, especially for your mom. I mean, I don't know if we talked. I think we talked about your mom's surprise party on the last episode.
I believe we did.
So yeah, it was it's nice to have that little family time and just kind of hanging out for a bit. So
it's okay.
It's okay.
It's all right.
But
it's a good time.
That's good, man. I'm glad you got. Was that your first time out there?
My first time.
First time, huh?
Yeah, Colorado was gentle to me. It was not. Yeah, it's crazy too because the altitude is so wild out there.
Yeah,
I think where we were staying was like 9,000 feet, and the wedding venue itself was 13,000.
Yeah.
So it was. I mean, you're walking upstairs and you're huffing and puffing. Even not that I'm in the most shape I've ever been. That was probably last year, but still, I shouldn't be huffing. Shouldn't be huffing and puffing.
Hey,
but that's okay. That's okay.
That's all good.
Yeah.
Cool.
So you watched Suicide Squad?
I did. Yeah, I
All right.
watched it. I think it was like the day after it came out.
Yeah.
It's either Friday or Saturday, one of those days. I don't know, one of those days.
Yeah.
You know what? I liked it for the entertainment value it had. I thought the writing was really weak. Um, I didn't feel like it was. I mean, at the same time, I mean, for James Gunn, I mean, yeah, it was visually. It had a lot of the visuals, and I forgot it was gonna be a rated R movie, so I kind of went into it like not thinking
And they
that.
really don't. A lot of these comic book movies that are rated R, comic book movies, they kind of just throw like two or three fucks in there,
Yeah,
just to kind of
yeah.
like, see, we're rated R, and then there's blood. But like this one really went for it. And I was kind of glad. I was like,
Yeah,
fuck, what am I watching? I'm watching a movie from like the early 2000s or something. This feels good.
like the Warner Brothers presents like title screen was literally written in blood in the water. Like
Mhm.
that's what I knew. I was like, wait, this is like a rated R version of Suicide Squad. So
That's when you knew.
that's well, I guess yeah. There's other explosions and people's bodies being dismembered and all that stuff. But
Member parts, yes.
yeah, but I enjoyed it for I thought it was a lot better than the first one.
Mm.
And at one point I was like, you know what, like they are killing off a bunch of characters, but maybe that's kind of the thing about this movie is like you don't want to get too invested in the characters and kind of throw some at you. So it was very disposable characters. Like
See, I
yeah, it
felt
was
that for a
yeah.
second, and then it was like, well, you did away with all of your disposable characters in the
Spoiler alert.
spoilers, folks. Should we even go into? It's so new. Should we even?
Yeah, man, that is tough. It is fresh still, I
Yeah,
feel.
I'll just say that it's not like Game of Thrones where like there's disposable characters sprinkled about the
Yeah, yeah.
leads. You know what I mean? In the trailers, it's hard to know who is going to be part of this new squad, but I'd say 5-10 minutes in the movie, you know who your main characters are, and I'd say they're
Yeah.
relatively safe. Um, but I enjoyed it, but like you, I think it was a good piece of like entertainment. And we said spoilers, Voltron. I'm
That's
sorry
fine.
that you weren't
Whoops.
listening. Um, but yeah, it was a good, it was fine. It was a passing piece of entertainment. There hasn't been a movie where I'm like, yes, in
Mhm.
a very long time. I was at least engaged with it. Alicia and I were cracking up a couple times at some of the jokes. I thought John Cena was all right.
Yeah.
I love Idris Elba. I fucking want him to be Batman if they're not going to make him goddamn
I
James Bond.
I like him, but I
Um,
thought he was the weakest like
yeah, I mean, none of the
the whole
characterizations were great.
yeah.
You know,
In the movie not to spoil it, but like yeah,
no spoilers.
he has like he has like a kind of broken relationship with his daughter, right? And that's kind of like they have that
It's the cut and paste
of
of Deadshot,
Deadshot, dude.
played by
Yeah.
Will Smith. The
So,
fuck?
but I thought the way they handled that, and kind of there's a moment in the the last kind of act of the movie where they don't really like they don't really see each other. They kind of just see each other.
You
Okay,
can't
yeah,
even
yeah.
go into third act if
I'm
we're not going to
sorry,
do spoilers.
but I just thought
Christ.
if they were gonna kind of like work on that angle with him and his daughter, it could have been, I don't know, a
Oh,
little bit
it could have
more
been more.
meaningful, and yeah.
Yes.
So
Yes.
I felt like they
Agree
kind of
1,000%.
yeah, they kind of missed on that one. But
It's
for the most
so
part, I've
weird that I'm sorry. Go.
oh
Yeah.
no, for the most part, I agree. Just like with you, I think it was a passable movie. I
Mhm.
enjoyed it for just kind of the visuals and the entertainment of it. Um, I kept forgetting Sylvester Stallone was like the voice of the King Shark guy,
He
which
was pretty good.
he was pretty
He was
good.
pretty good.
Um,
Um,
that's all I can think of. I mean, yeah,
it's strange how many parallels there are to 2016 Suicide Squad and the Suicide Squad.
yeah,
I
yeah,
don't really understand like why it didn't try to differentiate itself more. I mean, tone wise, it's a completely different movie. Story wise, it's coherent.
yeah, yeah.
Um, but like there's just story elements that I'm like, that's strange. Um,
Yeah, I could see that, but I think it blew the first one out of the water, 100%. I think.
do you see John Cena's character Peacemaker is getting his own DC or HBO Max series?
I saw that. don't know why it's his character that they're going with. I thought he was kind of a. I liked him in it.
They can afford him.
Yeah, I guess they could. Yeah.
No, I don't know.
I would have. I
why
would have
I'm just
rather
being
see
a dick.
like an Idris Elba, like his character.
Oh fuck yeah!
In a, but I did like the Peacemaker.
That's why we've got
character.
Luther, kids.
Yeah, Luther for sure, man. I got actually.
Lu-
I've
have you
watched
ever
a few
watched Luther?
I've watched a few episodes, but I haven't finished the series to really.
I haven't either,
make
but
my,
it's so fucking good.
Yeah.
I pretend that I'm watching a Batman show. I pretend that Ruth Wilson gal is Joker.
Oh,
And I'm
what?
like, okay, there we go. Oh yeah. Yeah. Watch it through that lens. I
Okay.
watched the fucking The Town
Oh, The Town. Okay.
in my mind because they just announced Affleck as Batman. I was like, okay, I'm gonna watch this pretending Affleck is Batman, which makes Jeremy Renner, Jason Todd, the shitty Robin, John Hamm is Superman. Watch it with that lens. It's wild. Don't do that.
Just go
actually,
to every movie thinking it's Batman, y'all.
yeah.
But yeah, I think I might rewatch it because I know it's on HBO Max for like 30 days or something. So if anything, if I do get a chance to watch it again, either with the girlfriend or like roomies or something, then that'd be kind of cool. So, but yeah, that's
I feel like we're in a similar
we're
in a similar space, and this doesn't happen often. So like I'm cherishing it.
I think for a DC kind of Suicide Squad movie, I think it definitely surpassed my expectations for what it was from the first one, I guess, and some. So there we go.
There we go. Very nice. Well, since we're talking about Suicide Squad, it leads nicely into my top 5 list. If you don't mind me going first tonight. All right.
Hit it.
So this movie, I was like, we've done. Hold on. They need to make Black Batman have it be Michael B. Jordan and Kevin Hart as the Penguin, and her is Poison Ivy. Who's her?
The artist her. There's a artist.
Excuse me. I'm sorry. That'd
be kind of dope, actually.
I like Michael B. Jordan, but make him like Nightwing. Like he's
dude.
Yeah, I'd say Idris Elba is Batman for sure. Kevin Hart is the Penguin. That's funny though. I'd make Kevin Hart the ventriloquist. That's just going with my gut.
I could see that too.
I don't know why.
I could see that.
He doesn't do dummy comedy, but whatever. Anyway, okay, thank you so much for contributing. I was so happy. Homer's yo. All right. So I was like, how can I spin Suicide Squad into a top 5? Because we've recently done R-rated comic book movies, and we've done every kind of comic book top 5 you can think of. So what kind of movie is it? If it's not a superhero movie, it's an ensemble piece. So Jonathan, what are your top 5 favorite ensemble movies?
Ooh, it's funny. I look at my list here, and there's like 3 of them. 2 of them that are like comedies, and I was thinking there's a lot of comedy ensemble movies that I like as well. I'm gonna go with for number 5. I actually just recently watched this movie, not for the first time, but just recently, a recent watch. But it's a movie called Serenity, which is I don't know if it's a precursor or a prelude or an after the series, but it's based off the show Firefly, which ran for 1 season, written and I believe directed by the Serenity movie by Joss Whedon. I have a cheat sheet because there's a lot of characters in these, but it's got Nathan Fillion, Chiwetel Ejiofor, sorry if I butchered his name, Summer Glau, Alan Tudyk, Gina Torres. A lot of the people I'm mentioning are the kind of original cast too in the TV show, and I didn't realize I would be like super into this, but it's kind of like a space, it's kind of steam. They always call it like steampunk space kind of show, sci-fi kind of. And I don't know. I really like the movie, and I think if you haven't watched Firefly, I think this movie is like a good kind of introduction into that. And Firefly is only 1 season, so you can easily get through the show and get a vibe for the characters and kind of their connections with each other and their relationships. But I actually really like this because I feel like it's kind of an underrated show, or at least like it, but it has like a lot of huge fan base behind it. There's a huge kind of cult following with it. And I just thought the movie just summed up kind of those characters and everything very well. So yeah, freaking Serenity.
Love it.
Number 4, this one's a kind of a drama. It's a movie called Spotlight.
Yo, motherfucker! I was on their IMDb page like right now,
dude.
Nice, nice.
Mark Ruffalo, Michael Keaton, Rachel McAdams, I can't even say his last name.
Liev Schreiber,
John Slattery.
the hell of a cast.
Hell of a cast. Stanley Tucci, just a whole
Stanley, the Tooch,
man.
the Tooch.
The Tooch. So I think I saw this movie for the first time. I think it was either a year or 2 ago. I was really late to this movie because it obviously got a lot of awards and
one Best Picture.
And yeah, it's obviously it's a movie about journalism and kind of exposing the bad doings of priests and churches and
the diddlies.
Yeah, but I like the from remembering when I watched it, I just love the pacing of the movie, and they do so well to everyone has a role to play in the movie as far as when you have a ensemble cast, it could get kind of tough to really have everyone kind of shine and have their moment, or at least have a way of contributing to the movie. So I felt like Spotlight did so well to kind of pace that through and give us characters that were, looking into uncovering these, wrongdoings in the church. Even it goes over like a few years or like over time. It's not just 1 year or whatever. You see the struggles with each of the characters, and Michael Keaton, I think he was the one in the movie, spoiler alert, who was about to report on this like back in the day, and he never really push the story forward. It's about storytelling and people really truly believing in at least exposing the truth, and I thought that was really a really strong message, especially for writers and people who are especially these days where we have fake news and all this other stuff. It really shows
they're just alternative facts, bro.
Yeah, alternative facts.
They're just alternative facts.
So yeah, it was a great movie, and I definitely want to do a rewatch on it again. Since I really enjoyed it the first time around. So yeah,
right on.
Spotlight.
I'm so glad that made your list. Very nice.
Okay, here we go.
Number
3, Anchorman. I got Anchorman in there, dude.
Okay.
I mean,
I'll give it to you.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a big ensemble cast, but I mean, you got Christina Applegate, fucking Will Ferrell, Paul Rudd, Steve Carell.
What's the fucking dude? I can never remember his name.
Was
Champ.
Vince Vaughn?
Vince Vaughn is in it in
a
cameo. He was Wes Mantooth.
Oh man, I'm trying to remember who you're talking about too.
I mean, he's a character. He's in a bunch of those kind of dumb comedies.
David Kushner.
Is that his name? Okay,
yeah.
Or David Kochner.
Kochner.
Whatever.
Kochner. Sorry,
but yeah. But you're Fred Willard, Chris Parnell,
dude,
Catherine Hahn,
a lot of great actors and comedians in the movie, and I don't know, it's probably one of my favorite Will Ferrell movies, and
it's very good. Yeah.
Again, everyone has their moment, they all kind of shine, but they're all as a news anchor crew, they all kind of have their moments together, and just all the little scenes where they're all kind of off, not shooting their news show, and they're kind of just talking and bantering with each other. It's probably those are the most hilarious conversations with the cast and crew. So yeah, Anchorman for number 3.
Love it. Very good.
Okay, here we go. There's another random one, but I thought this was a pretty funny one. I have Hot American Summer, the movie.
Yes, Wet Hot American Summer.
Wet Hot American Summer, the movie. Yeah.
Yes.
Which also has Paul Rudd and Elizabeth Banks, Amy Poehler.
Bradley Cooper's in
Bradley
that
Cooper.
flick.
Dude, there's a lot of people in this movie.
That's such a wonderful, wonderful, silly movie.
It is, and I think
I
that's why I
love that
love it so
movie.
much because it kind of makes fun of itself. You know, they're technically playing like younger versions of themselves, right?
Yeah,
Like they're not like they're adults playing young
kids.
kids pretty much at like a summer camp. It's very satirical. It's got like kind of those moments like I mean I didn't go to too many like summer camp things, but like camping and like going to these like summer things for school, like it kind of gives you that nostalgic feeling. And then there's just like really great moments where they're taking these like themes of like when you were young, and these adults are like playing with that. And I think that's like a really it's kind of reminds me of like Step Brothers, even though they are adults in the movie, but they just kind of it's like that similar kind of feel
Yeah,
for the characters and how you're getting those characters. So I
totally.
kind of want to I pulled this up and I was like, oh, yeah, of course, like this is a great ensemble movie, and I actually kind of want to rewatch the show that they have, and then watch the movie as well, all together. So yeah,
Right. The show's
but
very good too.
yeah, is that the one that they came back to do the show? Right? Is that
Hmm.
what it was? Yeah, and it's like the same. It's literally the same cast, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Dude, that's so crazy.
Have you
Um,
not? Have you seen any of it?
I think I saw it once through, and it
Okay.
was one of those like binged. Like I binged it in like a day, so and that's why I'm starting to like slowly move away from just binging a show like all straight up, because you could just forget about it super easily. But
It's hard to hold on to. Yeah.
yeah, so I might end up rewatching that and just having a little laugh. So
Very
um,
nice.
and then my number one is probably one you might. It's probably the most obvious one I feel, but I still love the series, and it's the Oceans series. Specifically, I like the first Oceans 11 movie.
I haven't seen any of those.
Oh, dude! Oh, you would love it, man.
I hear that.
You'll like the. I think the first one is probably the strongest one. It's got George Clooney, Brad Pitt, Matt Damon, Andy
The Dames.
Garcia, Bernie Mac,
Matt
late Bernie
Damon's
Mac,
in
dude.
fucking trouble.
Is he?
We don't
What?
have to go into that.
Oh,
No, let's not go into that right now.
okay. So, but yeah, man, I think you should give it a shot. You'll like the way they shoot it. You get this kind of, and they kind of do this with, I don't know if it's the same director in each movie, but they have this very particular style of cinematography and shooting that they do, and it becomes very synonymous with the Ocean series. So it kind
Oh,
of
cool.
has this little like thumbprint as far as
Right on.
what it looks like, and just kind of this how they play out scenes, and they set you up for maybe they show you like like a random maybe object, and then that object gets shot later in the movie, kind of showing like, oh, this is part of their plan or whatever they're doing. So it's kind of cool. They do little Easter eggs like that, and of course the cast, they all bring something to the table. In this case, it's like a heist movie, so each of them kind of have their specialties, and George Clooney especially is Danny Ocean. He's kind of the head guy of his little
Yo, Danny O.
Danny O.
Danny O, buh.
And yeah, these guys. I mean, can't look. I mean, I'm just looking at George Clooney's face right now, and Brad Pitt. Look at these guys. Handsome fellas.
Those are handsome, handsome men.
So, but yeah, that's my top
Very
five,
nice.
dude. Very, very.
That's a very good list.
Very diverse too. I was like, oh, there's so many comedies I was thinking of, but there's also there's a lot of different movies that if you get it right with the ensemble, I feel like you can have a really good movie. So, yeah.
Yeah, very true.
All right, Joey, what are your top 5 ensemble movies?
This is giving me so much anxiety because there's so many that I want to put on this list, and I don't feel my list is very good.
No, it's okay.
Having said that, let's get into it. Number 5, we'll go The Breakfast Club.
Ooh, little Breakfast Club.
Little Breakfast Club.
Yeah.
It's just like it's the quintessential high school growing up, putting cliques aside bullshit kind of movie. It's wonderful, and they don't make movies like that anymore. It would be, that's a teen movie, and it's rated R, and earns its R rating.
I see. Yeah.
I don't think there's like any nudity in it or anything like that, but the kids talk like kids talk, kids say fuck and shit, like I'm 32, I'm not a kid, but you know what I'm saying, we did. And it if that movie were to be remade today, I'm praying that it won't, it would be so sanitized and it would be so clean and safe.
Yeah.
And I love that The Breakfast Club is not. You know what I mean? It's kind of a complicated flick in terms of like emotion and growth and all that. So Breakfast Club.
Nice.
Plus, there's
Breakfast
sweet
Club.
dance moves in that movie.
Yeah.
Let's be real. Number 4. I'm gonna go Hail Caesar.
Ooh, wow. Okay. I like that.
Yes. Um, Hail Caesar is such an underrated flick. I love that movie. You got Josh Brolin. He's kind of the main guy, but you've got Scarlett Johansson. You've got fucking Channing Tatum, who does this extraordinary dance number.
Yeah, I remember that one. Yeah.
Wait, I said Charlize Theron. I meant Scarlett Johansson. She has one of the best like introductions in a movie that I can remember, like in recent memory. Who's the kid that played Alden Ehrenreich, who played Han Solo? He's so fucking good in this movie.
Yeah, I
and
really
you
liked
watch
him in
Hail
it, yeah.
Caesar, and you're like, I can see why this kid would be chosen to play Han Solo, and then it derailed his career, I think, unfortunately. I hope because I think he's a tremendous talent. I hope he gets him back. I'm blanking on who else is in this movie. Cate Blanchett, I think.
There's a lot. Yeah, there's a lot of.
There's so many. I mean, I'm guessing George Clooney. Oh yeah, George Clooney's in this.
Oh, George
Ralph
Clooney,
Fiennes, Tilda Swinton. Maybe that's who I was thinking of. Jonah Hill's in it's been a minute since I've seen.
Whoa,
this
Jonah
movie.
Hill's in the movie.
Jonah Hill's in it, I guess.
It's been a minute.
Allison Pill. Patrick Feischler. There's a lot of people that you might not even know their names, like Clancy Brown. You know him if you saw him or heard his voice. Yeah, but there's a ton of really great talent in this movie, and yeah, it works because everyone fits their role like almost perfectly. A lot of these ensemble pictures, especially a movie like Spotlight, has to work like a watch, like a well-made watch. Just everything has to click into place, and I think it does. And this movie, for whatever reason, got kind of a bad rap when it came out, and has never kind of had the prestige or recognition that I feel it deserves. But everyone I talk to is always like, yeah, fuck yeah, I love that movie. It's a very good movie. It's colorful. It's a delight.
It's a delight.
It's a delight. Yes, Steven Spielberg is directing the new West Side Story. That is correct. I never saw the original though.
I think
I'm not really. I like
years.
Spielberg's getting into the twilight of his career. I don't want to see him doing remakes. I don't want to see him even doing sequels. I don't like. And is Indiana Jones really Indiana Jones if Spielberg's not directing?
Oh man, yeah, I feel you.
And I don't mind James Mangold. Some days I even like him. Anyway, we're moving on. Moving on. Number. My list is all out of order tonight because I'm looking at him like, no, this is pretentious.
Yeah.
Number 3, I'm gonna go The Sandlot.
Oh man, how did I not think of that movie in the moment? That's a good one.
Yeah, I don't know, but it's a very good movie. It's a very good. I mean, you've got all those kids are just wonderful, and that's like. I don't know. It's such a good vibe. That whole movie is such a summertime, like Americana kind of vibe. It's wonderful. And then you've got James Earl Jones, George.
Yeah.
You're like, oh my God, he's wonderful in this movie. And the Beast. And it's not Kevin Bacon. It's Dennis Leary, right? Is like the stepdad.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the mom, it's Karen Allen. It's fucking Karen Allen.
Yeah.
It's Marion Ravenwood is the mom.
Indiana Jones.
Indy. I'm your goddamn partner. That's what she says to to Dennis Leary. Um, great movie. Great movie. Um,
Sandlot. Man.
yeah. Number two, I'm gonna go Sin City.
Oh yeah, yeah. There's a lot. Yeah, it's quite an ensemble.
There's a lot of talent in Sin City. You've got
Yes, there
Clive Owen, you've
is.
got Brittany Murphy, R.I.P. You've got um,
Rosario
Josh
Dawson.
Hartnett. You've got Rosario Dawson. Shit. You've got Michael Clark Duncan, I think, in one of maybe his last roles. Mickey Rourke is just
Yeah.
jumped off the comic page as Marv and onto the screen. It's incredible. There is an incredible amount of what's his name? The fucking Hobbit kid.
Oh,
Elijah Wood.
Elijah Wood. Yeah, yeah.
Elijah Wood's in it.
I remember him
Rutger
being
Hauer
super
is in
creepy.
it. Very creepy. Yeah, there's a lot of really great actors and a splooge of directors. You've got Robert Rodriguez directing the main thing with Frank Miller, and Quentin Tarantino comes in to direct a scene.
Oh, that's right. Which scene did he do again?
He directs the scene where Clive Owen is driving with the dead body of Benicio del Toro.
Oh, and he has
He
like the
directs that
gun
whole conversation.
in his
Yeah.
head or something. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Ooh, I didn't know
So,
that.
yeah. So it's not only an ensemble cast, it's an ensemble direction.
Awesome.
Yeah. Speaking of Quentin Tarantino, I actually had this at number 5, and the more that I looked at it, I was like, I'm just trying to be elitist. And you didn't say it. I thought it was going to be on your list. I've been going back and forth between Bastards, but it's got to be Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
It's kind of the ultimate ensemble flick. I mean, it's not. You could make a case for 12 Angry Men or maybe Saving Private Ryan, but I'm going to go with Pulp Fiction. You've got John Travolta in a career-defining, resurgence. You've got Samuel L. Jackson. You've got Ving Rhames. Bruce Willis. Who else is in this fucking movie? Uma Thurman.
Uma Thurman. Man.
Roth. I always forget which Roth it is.
Oh,
Tim Roth.
Tim Roth.
Yeah.
I think it's Tim Roth. Yeah.
Yeah. You've got Amanda Plummer, Rosanna Arquette, Christopher Walken makes an appearance, Eric Stoltz, who was the original Marty McFly. Harvey Keitel shows up and is fucking awesome. Yeah, Steve Buscemi's in it for a second.
Dude, that's a lot of
really gotta look.
people in this movie.
Yeah, so
damn, Pulp Fiction.
I mean, dude. I didn't want. It feels so obvious that I did not want to make my number one, but you know what?
Pulp Fiction, baby. Why not?
Pulp Fiction, baby. Yeah.
Nice. I like it.
Yeah, man. Thank you.
Ensemble movies are hard. I feel like
because yeah, is it ensemble enough? You know what I mean? I feel like if I can pick out a main character,
yeah, okay,
it may not be. I don't know. It's tough. It's very tough.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like some movies they have like I mentioned Anchorman, like obviously Ron Burgundy is like the main dude, but
yeah,
I think it has to be like everyone is kind of like you were saying with the gears and stuff, like everyone's kind of meshing well together to serve the story. There's no throwaway characters. I feel like they all kind of have a purpose in the movie, right? So
yeah,
I like that, dude. I'm actually probably gonna watch Wet Hot American Summer like after this, I think,
as you should.
And
honestly,
probably do the show and then kind of jog my memory there, and then
hell yeah,
go from there, dude. I like the list. I'm surprised.
I'm torturing myself over it. Godfather came up as an ensemble movie, and I'm like, yeah, but
dude, I know.
But you can make the case that it's a Michael Corleone movie. You know what I mean? It's not. Ultimately, it's his story. So I don't know. I didn't feel right.
I see what you're saying.
But yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, Joey.
All right.
I got the next list over here.
Please hit me with it, baby.
I don't know why I thought of this, but I was just like, man, I kind of miss like when we were in college and we were going to parties or we were driving somewhere out of town for like a weekend, and we would hype ourselves up with some party songs, dude. Some songs that get us hyped up, or if we were playing them in our little parties ourselves. So, Joey, what are your top 5 party songs?
Hurt by Johnny Cash. No, I'm kidding. That's not a
Damn.
party song. So I'm thinking of songs that are either I'm gonna dance to. I was thinking about like wedding songs and
Yeah,
stuff
yeah.
like that. And I honestly I watched Leaving Neverland, and I swore I'd never listen to Michael Jackson again. Um, Great music. We can all agree, great music, but I was like, I can't do it. But then I'm putting this list together. I'm like, oh fuck, Billie Jean. It's
Yeah.
fuck. And I put it at number 5. It probably deserves to be like almost number 1, honestly. But because of my weird feelings about all that, um, yeah, that's where I'm at with that. Billie Jean
Number
is
5.
such a and the beat and
Yeah.
everything, you're just like your body starts moving before you even realize what fucking
It's got a little
song is
strut
on, and
to
you're
it,
just
man.
like,
Yeah.
oh, it's so good, it's so fucking good. um Billie Jean. I'm not gonna give Michael Jackson any more of my breath.
Yeah.
um Number 4, the song that immediately came to mind when you requested this, the Party Song by Blink-182 off of Enema of the State.
Yeah, dude.
It's like the only song where, and I daren't call it a rap. It's very fast. Here we go, motherfuckers. Do you want to come to a party?
Yeah.
11:30. What a never. It has that pace the whole time, and it is kind of, as you were describing, like getting ready for a party. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
dude.
it's that's the energy like that you need when you're like, all right, I'm going out.
Going out.
This is gonna be a
Yeah.
good time. Fucking pounding Red Bull before we were pounding shots. You know what I mean? Like that's the vibe. Bless you. But yeah, party song, Blink-182.
Nice.
Thank you. Number 3, the one that like whenever this comes on, everyone, you just hear the crowd go, yeah. California Love.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Tupac.
California
Love. You know that yeah, that
Yeah.
just that little like everyone, it immediately, like your spine just kind of picks up and you go, yeah, yeah. Next 4 minutes about to be dope. I mean, it's just it hits the perfect vibe, and if it's especially when you're in California or around Californians,
Yeah.
watch out.
I agree,
Watch
dude.
out.
I agree.
Yes.
It's the California
Yes.
anthem right there.
Mm-hmm. Number 2, I'm gonna go a classic. Aretha Franklin, Respect. I got to give her respect.
Okay.
I mean, that's one that comes, and you don't immediately think of it as a party song or whatever, but you can RESP, like you can get to that.
Yeah.
You
I
can
can see that.
jam to
Yeah.
that. Yes. Anyway, I really like it. It's a great song. I have it on vinyl. Number 1.
What is your number 1 pop-up song right here, dude?
This is like my inside. Like if you're at a party, you can't go wrong with, if you want to feel like you're putting on something that's kind of a deep cut, but not really. It's just kind of a forgotten gem. I Like the Way You Move, Outkast.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. I totally see where you're going with that.
Yes, bitch.
Okay.
It's yes.
I like that. It gets you in the kind of dancing mood. It has kind of that, like, I don't know, like it's almost kind of Latin feel with the
It's got
brass,
a Latin flair to it.
Latin flair. Ooh, I like that. Like it's kind of like a sleeper,
It's a
sleeper
total
song,
sleeper.
right?
Yeah.
Ooh.
When I was at the after party for Godless, and we had Jack O'Connell and Matthew. I'm name dropping right now. Everyone, is hanging out at, it's 3 a.m. in this boardroom or whatever in a hotel, and it's just us with the lights off in a little pill box or whatever, and I put that song on, and everyone, it was 2 a.m, everyone's getting up, and like I was like I felt powerful. I'll never forget that moment. So that is my number 1 for that moment alone, but honestly that song has served me well always. So
Dude,
yes.
wow. I'm not surprised, but like when I think about it, it's like, yeah,
be.
you're freaking right, dude. Like a sleeper.
No, it's so good.
Party song in the background, dude.
Yeah.
Um, holy shit, that's so good.
I know. I know.
um,
I want to hear yours now. I'm
yeah.
curious.
Well, yeah. Some of them are. I mean, obviously, they're like. I didn't. Some of them are kind of like generalized, like okay, this could be like this could get everyone kind of going, and then some of them are just kind of like the ones that pump me up, myself, and I think with friends or
And
whatever
you're
too. So, um, number 5, I got this song called "Last Night" by The Strokes. Last
okay.
night. Da, 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 da. Yeah, it's a fun song. It's
Oh
I think one of the
yeah.
earlier like Strokes songs I heard, and it's got that like that just that guitar that kind of constant guitar line, and then the drums come in do 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 do, and so it's like I don't know, it's just a fun dancey song, and
Hell yeah.
I think it's one of the Strokes like I think one of their best songs, I guess, and I don't know. I've been in a few parties or at least maybe even a bar or two where it's like that comes on and everyone's like going. So yeah, there we go.
That is a good
It's a
it's a
good
good
pick. It's a good
kickoff to
pick.
your list.
Good
Yes.
kickoff, y'all. Daniel, Last Night hits. Yeah, thanks, dude. Yeah, that's it's a fun song. It's a fun song. Number 4, I have. Oh man, this is kind of tough because. Okay, so I'll do this. I'm gonna go because I had one of yours on my list. I had the party
Which one?
song by Blink 182.
Word.
So I'm gonna take that
I'm
off.
sorry.
I'm gonna go. Okay, I'm just gonna rearrange my list here. I'm gonna go number 4. I'm gonna go "Around the World" by Daft Punk.
Mhm.
Around the world, around the world. Yes, it is.
Yes.
It's I don't know. It's like the early. It's like kind of obviously with house music, especially for Daft Punk.
House.
House music.
House. That's what they call it in Germany.
House.
House music.
House music. Yeah. Around the world, man. Can't go wrong with Daft Punk. I feel like they're pretty universal as far as like bringing, I think, electronic music to a lot of people, and it's a very simple song to kind of sing back, and it's got that kind of hypnotic beats and that obviously that cool bass line and everything. It's a fun song, and I think Daft Punk does so well to mix kind of like electronic music, kind of funk music too. So funk is very synonymous with like dancing and kind of obviously kind of higher tempo kind of stuff. So yeah, Around the World for 4.
80 days.
Number 3, kind of another weirdly enough Daft Punk related song, Harder, Faster, Stronger.
Ooh,
The collab with
okay.
Kanye and Daft Punk,
Yes.
dude. So yeah, when this comes on, I am so into it, dude. So
Yeah.
and
I
I
want to
think
know what that looks like.
yeah.
Okay.
No, it's I again kind of similar to the how I was talking about Daft Punk, like Daft Punk and Kanye. I feel like they're so well known, and that collaboration on that particular song was, I mean, they pushed the envelope as far as just kind of again blending those genres together, and it always pumps me up. Even when I'm not really going to a party or anything like that, it's like just kind of a normal pump up song. If you're, I don't know, running or I mean, I guess skateboarding for me. But yeah, I think it's one of my favorite Kanye songs too. So yeah,
Mm.
Harder, Faster, Stronger.
Harder,
West.
faster.
Let's see here. Okay, so I gotta mix this around. Okay, so I did have California Love as my number 2.
I'm so sorry.
No, it's cool. I freaking love
No, I'm
California Love.
sorry.
In fact, I'm super proud of that song. You know what? I feel like I don't know if I've ever when I went to England. I don't think if I've ever played that song for anyone because no, you know what,
Get it.
dude? I think this. Yeah, I don't know. It's something about being obviously born in California and kind of growing up during obviously the West Coast hip hop scene, and we had Tupac, Dr. Dre, all those guys, definitely creating this kind of California anthem. I feel, and weirdly enough, like I feel like proud when I hear this song. Like
Yeah.
California knows how to party, man. So,
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, so
We party all day down in Monterey Bay.
Monterey Bay, y'all.
Yo.
Ooh, that's a little throwback
That's a
song
throwback.
right there, dude.
Yo.
Oh, one more. Oh, I said one more time. You know what? You're right. That is a good song too. I could switch those back
Don't
and forth.
influence him. Don't
I
influence
could switch
him.
those back and forth. But yeah, California Love, y'all.
California Love.
And then my number one is it's an Arctic Monkeys song called Brian Storm, and it's the first track off their second album, Favorite Worst Nightmare.
Okay.
Okay. It's I mean, it starts off with that guitar line. The
yeah. It you just hear. Is it the snare? You just hear the.
Yeah, just like one hit, and then the like Matt Helder's on the drums is doing this like crazy tom thing, and it's just like it sounds chaotic, but also like very. I don't know. It's like chaotic and uniform at the same time. Like you kind of hear.
Yeah,
what's going
you almost
on.
feel like you were dropped into the middle of the entire record.
Yes, exactly. And that's what's so crazy. It's the first song off the record, and it just like, how it gives you that feeling of like being a good track one. It definitely
Oh my god, I had that on vinyl. Now I'm gonna have to throw that on.
Oh, you know what? Actually, well, I guess for my share time, I'll share it.
We'll get there.
We'll get there. But yeah,
Brian
Storm, awesome Arctic Monkeys song. I don't know. It's got to be one of my favorites on that record. I mean, there's a lot of great songs on that album.
Man, This House is a Circus.
Like that one, I think we had that on like a party playlist too. I'm sure.
We did.
We had really a few of those songs on there. So
God, what's? I mean, that whole album is so good. What's the one that I'm trying to think of about the breakup? Well, the morning was complete. There was
yes,
on the steering wheel, dripping on the seat.
Oh man,
every hour.
I'm tripping.
Do me a favor and ask if you need some help. She said, "Do me a favor and stop flattering yourself." God, fuck, I love that album. I love that album so fucking much.
Oh man, it's gotta be one of my top. I mean, it could be one of my top fives, dude. Like
it's so good.
All time top fives.
I only don't have Humbug on vinyl.
Whoa. Okay. So
I've got them all now except Humbug.
Okay. So I'm gonna lead this into my share time. Okay.
Please take us there, Skitch.
Went to the record store with my girlfriend, and
yeah.
I was like, I was like, what kind of if I was gonna buy a record, what kind of record would I get?
Is she into records?
Oh yeah.
Right on. Cool.
As far as the so it's like, so I was thinking, okay, what do I get at a record store? It's either some sort of maybe like a record store day exclusive, or maybe there's like a EP or something I'm looking for. But I was like, you know what? I don't have all the Arctic Monkeys albums on vinyl, so I ended up grabbing Favorite Worst Nightmare and Whatever People Say I Am. The first album as well.
You've got it. You finally got it.
So I still need Humbug and Suck It and See, and then I have AM, and I believe Tranquility Base Hotel. I know
my Tranquility Base Hotel. I pre-ordered it. It's a clear see-through vinyl, which is kind of cool. It's cooler than the fucking music.
Oh, dude. I mean, yeah. I think those three. I think I don't have yet. Word. So. Eventually I'll get there. But I remember my dad got me the AM record, which
another great.
I mean, it looks great on vinyl. It looks awesome, dude. Yeah. When you open up the inner sleeve and everything. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's kind of my share for this week. And then I have
very nice.
What do you call it? A YouTube channel I'll recommend to you guys.
Oh.
This one I don't know.
Wait, real quick. Where'd you buy the vinyl?
Oh, it was.
Give them a shout. Give them a shout out,
dude. I remember? I can't remember, dude. I'm sorry. I should know the place.
What a
But it was
shit.
I know. I'm terrible, right? If I had the receipt, I would know. Oh, I'm sorry, dude.
Go ask Whitney Houston for the receipts.
I'll give him. I'll research it and give him a shout out next episode. I guess. Although it was really cool. My girlfriend also got me a cool Back to the Future poster. So
Oh, very nice.
yes, it was the kind of the print of the first movie, which I'm gonna frame because I'm like, oh, I
I
need
love
some
it.
more pictures in my room. So or posters
Yeah,
in
you're
my room.
looking barren.
Yeah,
You're looking so barren.
sub I just got my only one up over here with the kind of Back to the Future
The
skateboard
hoverboard.
hoverboard.
Hell yeah.
Um, it's in Upland. That's where it's. I mean, that's the location of where it's at in
Ah,
Upland, which is it's cool.
gotcha.
There's a lot of cool like kind of spooky stores. There's like all sorts of different like vintage and I guess like antique stores there, and a
Oh, love
few.
that.
And then there was like a few record shops I think in that area. So it was a really cool spot, and I definitely want to go
Right
back there
on.
again. So, and then my
Love
last
it.
share is
Please.
what do you call it? This YouTube channel called I don't know how I found this YouTube channel. It was like one of my just random recommendations, but
Like men
his
in thongs dancing.
yeah.
Yeah.
uh, but yeah, the channel's called Doke TV, Doke TV, and it's
Okay.
this graffiti artist in Slovakia, I think. It's
Slovakia.
Slovakia, and it's weird. I don't know how I got recommended this channel because I don't really watch like art as much art
Slovakian.
videos or Slovakian videos on YouTube, but I just randomly came across this guy. He's a graffiti artist, and
Nice.
it's like those oddly satisfying videos where you watch it and you just like can't stop watching it. It's really satisfying to watch him like work on graffiti, and he
Nice.
does like he wears like a GoPro cam so he can like film it while he's doing it, and then he does every I think video he does like a different type of theme or like a challenge. So he like I think one of them I watched. He's like, oh, I'm gonna make my graffiti art like a neon sign. So I'm gonna make it look kind of real and like this kind of thing. The last one he did just recently, I think yesterday, he released one on like he did like a Fast and the Furious kind of like themed one for like a promotion for the movie or something like that. So he's really cool, and I think as an like someone who does music and just kind of like appreciating other artists that are not like doing music, I think it's really cool, and it's very humbling to see like a person like that just being like, I just love to do this and I want to make videos on this, and it's just super entertaining, and it's I think it's he's a very established artist, and I think it's really cool that someone like that is kind of making a impact on the YouTube universe or whatever. So yeah, there we go.
Wonderful. Very
Oh yeah,
nice.
yeah. All right, Joey, what do you have to share this week?
Uh-huh. I listened to a new podcast, not a new podcast, but first time listening to it. Mark Hoppus has a podcast called After School Radio.
Ah,
Um, and I've been kind of following the news around him. He is stage 4 lymphoma. Is it lymphoma? I think so. And we grew up on Blink 182. It has a very, very special place in our hearts. And the band was always about friendship, and then they broke up and got back together, and you could tell that nothing was quite right. And then they broke up again. And it was very sad to see because these guys they hadn't grown up together, but they were friends from a kind of a young age. And to see that friendship deteriorate was really sad. But Mark Hoppus had Tom DeLonge on his radio, on
oh
After
really?
School Radio, and they were like, "Yeah, we haven't talked in 5 years, but we're picking up like no time has passed at all." And I mean, it was, a little surface levelly, but it was just really nice to hear them talking. And Mark is Mr. On the microphone and blah blah blah, and Tom is just yeah, like men and nakedness and like it's very classic them. And
Yeah, yeah.
but obviously they're mature now, and talking about driving their kids around and things like that. It was just really, I get a little weepy thinking about like the two of them just kind of talking again and everything. And I hope they jam together one more time at least, if God forbid anything gets worse for Mark Hoppus. So
Dude, that's
Yeah,
super cool. I'm
I
gonna
listen
check
to
that
that.
out for sure.
It's only available if you have Apple Music, and I don't because fuck them, they screwed up my iTunes. But I did find it on YouTube on like I think like an Italian Blink 182 fan
I know exactly
thing where
what
they
channel that is. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah
Cool.
yeah. So they and I don't know the version I listened to was only half hour long and they were bleeping out all the swears. So I don't know if the real version is different or not, if there's just swears or whatever.
Yeah.
But it was enjoyable. I liked it. So,
Dope. Cool, man.
yeah.
A little podcast.
Yes.
Podcast within a podcast.
That's yes. It's like Inception. You know, Chris Nolan. Netflix is trying to put out Chris Nolan's next movie.
I heard about that. Is that legit
Yeah.
or?
I mean, they're trying. They got all the money in the fucking world, but it's like he's gonna be like, yeah, I'll do it, but like you've got to do a theatrical release for at least a year or something
Something
shit
like crazy
like
like
that.
that.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like it's gonna be wild. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Anyway, this was a good show, Shawnee. We should do it
Yeah.
again sometime.
You got it.
Yeah. Where can people find you on the internet?
You guys can find me at Sean Day Music on Instagram and on my website, seandaymusic.net.
Nets.
Joey, where can we find you on the internet?
You can check me out on Twitter and Instagram at Joey Prodi and on my website, joeyprodi.com. You can check out the show at Top 5 Pod. That's TOPFIVE5POD on Instagram, on Twitter, at gmail.com, on YouTube, on Apple Music, Google Play, SoundCloud, Spotify, Anchor, all of them.
Places.
All of the places where you stream your favorite podcast. So please give us a like, give us a listen, give us a follow, give us your love, and we will give you
Just tons of love in return, man. I got nothing.
tons of love.
Crazy for you guys this
He
week.
never does. He never does. And then he'll surprise you.
Yeah.
Until next time, I'm Joey Prodi.
And I'm Sean Day.
Thanks for